Well, good morning, fellow YouTubers. It's really cold in Texas today. Windy and cold. But I decided to go just look for an easier geocache to find. And it was in the park down the street from me. This park's a little further away. This is it. This contains of the park. It's just a small little park, and yes, I'm directly 2 miles away from DFW, so you'll hear airplanes. But the clues were, I already located it, but I'm just going to show you kind of like what they look like and how people don't see them and they're hidden. But the clues were fence line, eye level. So, I mean, that could mean anything. It's along the fence line at eye level, so it was probably meaning that it's in a tree. And there's a couple of, trees around here. So I looked around all of them, and sometimes people will drill holes in trees and then hide them in like a cylinder and with something that just hangs out so you can just pull it out. To where people can't see it. And I looked, at all these trees. I didn't see anything. Here's the fence line. And on the app, it tells you the location. So it told me that the location was here at this little park. I looked in this tree everywhere. This tree needs a little TLC because this looks like it might be dying. And it wasn't in this one, but I did, however, find it in this one. And it is along the fence line, and it is at eye level. And I don't know if any of you can see it already, but again, it's made to blend in because we don't want people who, like last time at the other geocache, you don't want them to destroy it or take the log. So this one, it was a mini. It's a very small. It was titled as very small. Some of them, they are very large. They're big containers like the one on the bike. There are geocaches where there's trinkets inside, and on the description of the geocache it says you can trade, or you can take, or you can leave a trinket, whatever you want to do. Other geocaches, they're combinations, like you have to go to one spot to find out where the other spot is, to find out where the geocache really is hidden across town, so they're like mazes, and it's a treasure hunt. So if you haven't seen it yet, I'm going to show you where it is now, and it is right here, this little thing that hangs. And it's a clip kind of. So so it's hidden in camouflage tape because they don't want you to see the silver of the clip or anything like that. So inside this little cylinder is a log, and you sign and date and time your name, so that when the owner comes back, he can see. And then in the app, you put down that you found it in your name. And so then he can see that you have found it, or he or she. So I'm going to open it up, and I'm just going to show you what it looks like, but I'm going to have to put the phone down. Hold on one second. Okay. So inside this cylinder opens up, and they try to secure these as much as they can because water, if it rains, water will get in it and will damage a log. So let me see. Oh, this is pretty clean. Actually, it's a little wet inside. A little wet, not too bad. So this is what the log looks like inside. It is wet. So sometimes if a person who finds the logs and they're soaking wet and they need a new one because you can't write on it when they're wet, you leave messages to the owner, and this looks like it needs to be new logs need to be put in. Okay, so I'm going to put the geocache down and try to open up one of these logs. They're completely saturated. But well, this one looks pretty new. Here's one log. An Angela and a Jeff found it on 2/25/18. It looked like somebody else below that wrote in red, but when it got water on it, it disappeared. But it looks like they found it 2/27/18. And the TFTC means thank you for the cache, meaning thank you for hiding a cache for us to find. So that's one log. I'm going to try to open up the other log. I'm going to send a little message to the owner of this cache, tell him that he needs to clean out his cache, get the water out, and put new logs in. And he'll keep these logs because, you know, there's people who have logs that have dated way, way back. Oh, this one's a little bit fuller, and I don't want to tear it. It's so wet. Okay, this is too bad because some of these are gone. So this one is this log, and you can see all the names written on it. That was in 2015. So he's kept this log inside there since 2015. That's pretty cool. And that was Andrew something, and then 3/23/16 somebody found it, and then 6/17/16 somebody found it. So that just indicates how long this geocache has been hanging in that tree and no one has stolen it. They did a pretty good job of camouflaging it and hiding it, so that's good. So there you go. I'm gonna just put this out real fast like and let you see it, and then I'm gonna hang it back up and put it away. So this is the geocache. It's kind of windy out. So there's the geocache, and again it was hanging up on a tree, and there's the lid. I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid back on and hang it back up and head out. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, everybody.